Hey everyone, and welcome back to What If Kid Goku Turned Super Saiyan. This is part 14. As always, I'll leave links to the previous parts in the description and in the cards. Just before we begin, I'd like to remind you all to subscribe and ring the bell if you enjoy what I do here. It really does help me out. I'm also now on Patreon. If you guys feel like supporting me, you can do so there. The link will be in the description. Thank you very much. So, to recap, Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan early and wiped out King Piccolo, and as a result, Kami. He later made a deal with the other three Saiyans and obliterated Frieza. Then along came Cell. The Cell games resulted in the tragic loss of Krillin, Yamcha and Goku himself, but after he was destroyed by Gohan, with a little help from Raditz, the gang made their way to Namek. Their wishes were granted, and 4 months later both Bardock and Guinea were reunited with their family at last. After being blackmailed by Videl, Gohan and the rest of the gang join up to fight in the tournament, even Goku, who decided now was the time to come back to life. After a detour, the release of Buu, and the birth of both Gotenks and Gogeta, the Stardust Breaker was used to destroy all the evil within Majin Buu. Eventually, Beerus made his way to Earth, and the Battle of Gods got underway. After a whole lot of training with Whis, Frieza's revival not going entirely as planned, the Inter-Universal Tournament, and the advent and defeat of Goku Black, the gang found themselves fighting for the fate of their universe. And that's where we'll pick the story up today. Now, we need to backtrack a little bit. Raditz and Nappa have spent most of the tournament knocking out lesser fighters from other universes, but Raditz comes to the aid of Vegeta, who is fighting Toppo. Not that he needs or wants it. Vegeta shortly tells Raditz to mind his own business, so Raditz stands back and watches the fight instead. That is, until Kale's rampage begins. Once the remaining fighters of Universe 3 fuse together, Blue Raditz is the one to kick them out, eliminating their universe before almost being eliminated by Kale himself, Goku catching his arm at the last second. This is when Kefla is born. When they look up, most of Universe 11 has been eliminated, followed closely by Krillin. The only remaining fighters at this point are Toppo, Dispo, Kasserel and Jiren from Universe 11, Kefla from Universe 6, and Goku, Vegeta, Raditz, Bardock, Nappa, 17 and Gohan from Universe 7. Nappa doesn't take Krillin's defeat laying down. He knows that he's no match for Kefla and resorts to something that he's never had to do before. He creates a Power Ball. Vegeta and Raditz look away, but Nappa slowly starts to grow into an Uzaru. He laughs mockingly and transforms into a Super Saiyan, his fur glowing gold. Nappa is about 250 times stronger than his base form at this point, due to the Powerball cutting his energy in half, and he manages to gain footing against Kefla. However, this doesn't last long. Kefla smacks Nappa down time and time again, amusing herself immensely. Raditz floats in front of Nappa. He tells him to get a hold of himself. He's getting angry, and anger doesn't solve anything. He tells Nappa to channel that amazing power and use it to his advantage. Nappa takes a deep breath and closes his eyes. His energy is rising slowly and his fur is pulsing with a golden glow, until it burns so bright that it blinds everyone. The light fades and Nappa is standing at his usual height. Kefla, now mad, charges at Nappa, who blocks her attack with a thick arm covered in red fur. The bald Saiyan grabs Kefla and throws her into Raditz, who kicks her towards Gohan. Gohan powers up to ultimate, causing the ground beneath him to crack. He grabs Kefla, spinning around and smashing her into the ground. She jumps up, flustered. Gohan smirks and the fight begins. Gohan has the upper hand this time, his ultimate potential much higher this time around. Gohan manages to knock Kefla out of the ring and eliminate Universe 6 before being blindsided by Dispo and knocked out himself. Nappa and Bardock stand together against Dispo and Kasserel, while Vegeta faces off against Toppo. Meanwhile, Raditz takes a breather, watching his brother fight Jiren. Goku is being beaten badly, screaming about needing more power. That's when Raditz steps in to give Goku the same advice he gave Nappa moments earlier. Calm down, focus, use your instincts, to remember everything he's ever learned, the way they mastered Super Saiyan all those years ago. He needs to fight like himself and not like a Saiyan to win this fight. This is when Goku has his epiphany. Raditz is right. This is what Master Roshi, Karin, and Mr. Popo taught him all those years ago. Goku vows to fight as a student of the Turtle School. He avoids Jiren's attack, unlocking Ultra Instinct for the first time. Raditz smirks, but Goku quickly loses the form. However, Vegeta is infuriated and powers up into Blue Evolution, knocking Toppo away. As Vegeta charges at Jiren, number 17 took the initiative and blasted the floating rock Toppo was on, eliminating him. Kasserel gets knocked out by Bardock, but Dispo manages to knock Nappa out of the ring despite his new power. Bardock powers up to Blue and sends Dispo careening out of the ring after him. Once Goku and Vegeta are both down, Raditz, Bardock and number 17 team up to try and take on Jiren, leading to number 17 self-destructing for the sake of his family. Unfortunately, Jiren is still in the ring, and this leads to Goku using Ultra Instinct one more time, launching a tremendous assault on Jiren. Unfortunately, he loses the form again, and he and Vegeta are forced to work together to make headway. When Vegeta is blasted out of the ring, Raditz powers up and jumps in his place. Raditz suggests fusing, but Goku refuses, wishing to beat Jiren by himself. Raditz, quite annoyed by this, insists, and Goku eventually relents. But before they can attempt the dance, Raditz is blasted out of the ring. Jiren has decided he's not allowing any more fusions. Goku goes all out one final time and is about to be eliminated when Bardock appears above them and shouts for Goku to hold Jiren, before firing a Super Saiyan Blue final Spirit Cannon at Jiren. Even when locked in place by Goku's full Nelson, Jiren deflects the energy ball, only to be hit in the stomach by Bardock's full power Blue Heat Phalanx. All three of them fall out of the ring and number 17 reveals himself. Obviously, number 17 makes the same wish to bring back the eliminated universes. The gang return home, Nappa holding his head high, finally having a power that's all his own. The months pass, but something is different this time. Frieza hasn't been revived, but the Frieza Force is still going, and trying to grow without him. I feel like the Frieza Force would go and try Namek out for size, probably failing thanks to the presence of Nail. But while recruiting, they would come across an SOS soon enough. An old Saiyan and his powerful son looking for revenge on a certain Saiyan prince. This would create a distraction big enough for them to collect the Dragon Balls undetected, with the intention of reviving Frieza one more time. Kikano and Berry Blue head to Earth. Cheelai, Lemo, Paragus and Broly in tow. And that's where we'll end things for now. So, what do you guys think? Will Broly happen the same way this time around? What lies in store for our other Saiyan warriors? Tune in next time to find out. I hope you guys enjoyed this What If. If you did, please consider subscribing and dropping me a like. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.